Yo,
what's up, baby?
What's happening? Welcome back to the lunch table, man. It's kind of not scripted, presented by Dom Set Visuals. I'm your host, Isaiah Nunez, and I'm here with my brothers, Ty Terry.
Yes, you are.
Ricky Simeon.
There we go.
And we got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all boys having me. Love.
Yes, sir.
My name is Marquise. CEO Relentless Mind, ENT. Call me Mr. Relentless, AK for short. This here with the boys, man, to chop it up and get in their world and see what's going on. It's all love.
I like that. Definitely all love.
He said get in our world. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all world.
Yeah. He said open the door.
Open the door. My eyes went like this. I was cross-eyed and shit. I was like, oh, see, we in a different world. Right?
Eyes met in the middle.
Check.
Hey, let's go ahead and take the shot, man. Loosen up. We drinking on the clock, bro.
We drinking on the clock.
It's the one song, huh?
Mariah Carey suing somebody suing Mariah Carey. That's some shit.
Oh, the person that made the Christmas, she made the Christmas song. So the person, the one that originated that song is now suing her years and years after.
That's different.
That's different.
Do y'all really think this is a case?
The dude that originated the song, when I looked at his name, it was unfamiliar to me. And it came from a genre that wasn't even in the same genre that she was in. And I feel like it was like equivalent to when you take a sample from a song. Right. He made that shit.
Right.
And then she capitalized on it and made hella money. And then this man is like attacking her right now, trying to sue her years later. When did she make that song? In the 90s?
That's what I was going to ask. Like, I don't know,
but
that song reference sound...
No.
It didn't sound anything like
all different.
Nah.
Everything.
It was a title.
But that's all it is. Music is though. Anyway,
yeah.
It's just you without you actually using that sample within your music, you always gonna sample the music.
Correct. Yeah,
that's all the time. All the time. But she put it out in 1840. Ain't nobody listening to that shit.
And I'm gonna get it and flip it.
I'm gonna get it and flip it at 1990.
At least work a deal or something. Yeah, you trying to kill it off by just trying to say.
Right. I can work a deal. Would you give you a couple mil, whatever?
That's it.
Yeah, but I feel like with the career and everything, the only way they can get to you is to put you on Front Street. This is what's going on with her. This is what's going on.
Yeah, they're always gonna have some type of, something.
Conflict. Because I don't be seeing how that shit be happening. Because if I'd have made more than $100 million off that shit, bro, I'd give you $20 million.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Just a settlement.
Like shit, we don't got to go through all that.
But what if Mariah?
Yeah, we can work it out.
But what if Mariah Carey don't even have the money no more?
No, she got the money. Ain't no don't have the money.
I'm just saying, what if she did?
You know, these old rappers and artists, they still getting paid from all jingles and shit that be played, old songs that be played in movies and commercials
and shit.
They get paid for all that shit.
She still got
they got money. She done made music where they use it universal.
You right.
You see what I'm saying? She done made. She done got.
Especially off of a season.
Come after her now? Out of every situation,
some money, some money or something, or it might be something else. Like he was on, so it might be something else, but that's probably just need some money.
I just feel like when it comes to shit like that, when you coming at the artist and you trying to antagonate the artist, it's more deeper than just
right. It's money. You think it's something inside,
right? Would you talk about the Jingle Bell Rock shit?
The All I Want for Christmas.
Okay.
That song,
yeah.
That shit. That's
every
on
time
all
Christmas
Macy's
comes, you will
commercials.
hear that song.
Yeah,
Jingle Bell
Rock.
Every season you'll hear it on at least 5 different channels. Yes, everything.
But I'm saying you can't, for them to come at it now is like one of those. It's something deeper than just money.
It's irrelevant. That's what it is, man.
It's irrelevant.
It's all irrelevant. That's what it's like a means of just distraction. All the shit that you're looking at, everything that you're looking at in the last 2-3 years have just been reality TV show shit. All the way from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard to this dude trying to.
But it's there though. They put it. It's in code. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And like how we talk, you know if you know.
Yeah.
All this shit is a game.
Yep.
You may not know how to play all the games. You have to learn. Right now you're gonna suffer because you don't know how to play the game.
Because you learning.
Right.
You suffering because you learning.
Yeah,
your suffer is learning.
And
by the time you learn it, you're dead.
It's certain parts of the game.
Ain't nobody got time to play their games, man.
No, you got to. You're going to play it regardless.
No, you're going to play that regardless.
You're going to play it regardless.
It's about mastering it so you ain't got to be a victim to. You just, operate.
To where you learn how to play your game within the game.
Right.
That makes sense. That's master the game.
It's holding grudges, man. We might have a guest on here that just upset with us, and then they trying to sue us just because we promoted them freely without paying for anything, use their music, all that other shit.
Oh, but we're going to tell them at the door next time on the next episode, starting with you. everything that we put
He said, hold on, we're going to start this. He said, hold on, we're going to start this right now.
Right now. Yeah, we don't want none of them problems.
This shit is permanent.
Like, for real, like, it feels like you can sue for anything now.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, these folks need money.
We
We in a time right now, we know everybody not even trying to work, which is
Right.
fine.
Which is fine.
However you want to get it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be different ways folks trying to get money.
That's why I was
Somebody,
talking about that. I was
which
like,
is kind of backwards because most folks haven't got the money to go through that whole process.
You got a whole lawyer process and everything.
That's
Yeah.
why, to your point, it might be somebody behind it or who knows.
unless you in the predicament where you will have them pay for everything because you already upper. You know, you already got the upper hand of everything, so you get them to pay for it. Till then, but I was just talking about Dad. He just got fired from his job. Soon when he got fired, but they made him go drive a forklift. He said he couldn't do it. The doctor's note said he couldn't do it, and then they made him do it, and he messed up in the warehouse, and then they fired him. But then he said, I'll just contact Morgan & Morgan, and they're gonna take the case and whatever. You know what I mean? But it's a situation. If you doing that, and you know,
that man just was watching TV. And
he did. Hey, he did.
Hold on, he covered by Morgan & Morgan.
He did go to Morgan & Morgan for real. They took the case and everything.
They took the case and everything.
I didn't know you could really.
They said, we got you, Mr. Terry.
They said,
Stop by the office Thursday.
no, for real. They said we don't take a case we can't beat. They took the case.
We ain't going to take a case we can't beat now, Mr. Terry. You want to bet on us. Stop by my office on Wednesday.
Yo, he should have called 411 pain.
411
So
pain.
soon, you better know what you're
Trip
doing.
and fall in the stove.
Because like Johnny Depp, that situation, that bitch is retarded.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane. I even seen a video
That boy went spent $80,000 on the dinner the next day.
Stupid ass. I seen a video to where she was recording him, and he didn't even know she was recording him. He came down all angry and shit, slamming shit.
Yeah,
He was like, "You recording me?" She started laughing and shit. Bitch, what is you doing this for? You just got to get this man $6 million, $8 million,
And you have it.
You have to.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, man.
So my question is, what is her payments every month?
Oh, it's gonna be fat. She was still rocking with her ex-girlfriend too, from what I hear, or from what I see.
And she was a witness, spokesman.
Was the ex-girlfriend ex-wife? It was something like that.
Probably close for being
I can't even
engaged.
tell you, I can't speak on it, but I know that's some bullshit. And for her to go do all that to end up in the people, that's why I say. So you got to know what you're doing with anything. You got to know what you're doing before you really act on it. Because your action, man.
These cocaine is crazy. The Young Thug thing, the indictments, that thing crazy too.
Them boys going down.
Them
boys
repping that gang.
Doing it. Gang.
Shit, that
When
what you
you
want.
doing it, you doing it. But when you in there,
you gotta be about that
you better
shit.
be about it because they already snitching.
Right.
Motherfucker say, I just want to be home with my family. I bet you do.
I bet you do.
I bet you do. Because
I won't
everybody
do
who's
it
standing in
again.
front of me gonna want to do better.
Yeah.
At this point in time of their life, they want to do better.
Yes.
I bet.
He knew
Yes.
that was coming though. He
Yeah.
knew it
Yes.
was coming.
Come on, man. You can't be
Ricardo.
doing and saying all that shit, not thinking it's about to catch up to you. You can say it,
Put it on a
but
song
you
and
can't
shit.
be doing it.
Yeah.
Then when the folks come out and say, shit, we've been sitting on you since 2012. Well, damn.
Wait,
bruh.
no, damn.
That about 10 years, ain't it?
And you ain't the only person we've been looking at.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay, because we seen that other dude and the other dude hang with you, so we went to follow them too.
So when that Puerto Rican nigga come around, Rico, and
Yeah.
come and tap you on your shoulder,
Yeah.
you need to come holler at him.
Have you seen any of the
Come
court?
holler at him.
You
I
seen any of
seen
the footage
it.
of the court? The lawyer was reading off like the lyrics and stuff.
Right.
He said they see me pull up in a Rari, think about chopping the topping.
Think about chopping the top.
Hey, but it's crazy though, because like as of now, I'm interested in seeing for the next 2 years of like where music go in terms of artists and expressing themselves with what they got going on.
It's
Like,
just
They showing you though, Jack Harlow.
no,
Yeah.
no, but I feel like it's gonna. The action is gonna slow down.
You see Jack Harlow coming up now.
right.
Yeah.
The activity.
Jack
Yeah.
Harlow,
Activity is
ain't no
gonna slow
knock on
down.
Jack Harlow, but he came from what's popping.
Brand new whip just hopped in.
But bro, at the end of the day,
Nah.
Jack Harlow over there on Cumberland Boulevard on the KFC.
Right,
on
bro.
the wall.
Bro,
He got the bro winning right now.
The
with
nigga
the
shot a music video at Marietta Diner.
They changing
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
They trying to
Yo,
change
Jack
shit.
Harlow fired, dog.
He hard.
That's why I'm coming
He
over
hard.
with that. That's why that watch
But
what I say.
he coming up. Y'all
Watch
see his
what I
he
do.
rising, bro.
Yeah, he's rising. He's rising.
It's always a downfall. You better keep
The
rising.
downfall is
Part of the
trouble.
process.
Exactly.
Yeah, he gonna be
Trouble dying. All these niggas it tied into the feds.
Rest in paradise.
Getting locked
Rest
up.
in paradise, Trouble.
Yeah. Man,
Hard.
it's
Trouble
fine
hard.
and all this
Y'all
shit.
won't
Smoke
on Trouble, right?
Like,
But look, it wasn't like I was sleep on it. I didn't go.
Guy, man.
I didn't go look for him, but it wasn't like I was sleep on because nigga that song was the songs that he dropped was nasty.
Trouble was.
If we all busting for trouble,
get out your feelings, get a bag, oh.
Yeah. I swear.
Get out your feelings, get a bag.
What you to your point about you saying that you wondering where music is gonna go, you think that they're gonna start thinking before they speak?
Nah, so
you think they're gonna keep on going?
I feel like, honestly, bro, I feel like things gonna go how it go. We just got different people in different lanes that want to express themselves in different ways, right?
Right.
So you never really gonna stop that, and everybody having their experiences, and we're always gonna have different levels of class or things that's going on economically.
You gotta get to that.
Excuse me, things that are going on economically and where our environment, our surroundings are. We all make those choices and stuff, but we can't really judge on what they're speaking on. Those are their experiences, right?
Right.
So it's like this, like polarity. You trying to figure out what it is in terms of I feel like a lot of creatives definitely understand in terms of the nature, right? But then you got outside of that, you got people who are just the consumers of the perspective, just looking like, oh, I feel it, but you're really doing these things,
right?
Like, you're this and that, but it. People know though,
bro.
You know, because
it's part of the brand.
Because it's an easy genre.
You got a person like Rollo. He only write for the streets. He not writing to get a Grammy. Right. So when he write for the streets, he gonna say street shit. What he did yesterday, what he had in his drawers, all that shit, because he had it. He see it every day. I'm looking at it.
The label's been profit on it, right? So you got to think about that too. Like everybody know what's going on with the artists, and you hear about it. But the thing is, they just been monetizing the artists as long as they could. So say like right now with Thug, it's like okay, yeah. This is going on. We had somebody who tried to go in there and represent, right? And say, no, he not this and that. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, though, they definitely took advantage of what he had in terms of the audience and what people were saying. People wanted that, right? All races, all backgrounds. It's commercial at this point. We know YSL was running everything. That's just a fact of the matter. So you can't really. They've been on what was going on. It's just when they hit the wall, and I was like, okay, it don't matter no more. We're gonna throw you out.
You don't think the feds already hit the record label before Thugger was alive?
Say it again.
You don't think the feds already been working with the record label before?
It wasn't no record label. You got to understand. YSL didn't become a record label till Thug became a rapper.
Right. So we not even talking about YSL.
And he didn't already said this shit was before rapping. So what are you telling me now?
What are you telling me?
You see what I'm saying?
Right. So we're not even talking about just the record label as YSL. We just talking about who invested in YSL. Them people, they still working with somebody. You know what I mean? Because they still up there. Because if they come get Young Thugger, they gonna have to come get them. Yeah, they know about it. Yeah. You been putting this shit out. I know you know about it, so I gotta come get you. But no, we working with them. We just go get the people right here. Right. Now put somebody else out there and let them talk about the same shit. We gonna come get them.
Facts. But it's really
get the money.
It's really too with creative wise, right? So let's talk about when it comes to YSL, who's been holding the game down in terms of music. Let's be real. YSL, Atlanta. Most of the folks that's been, that's been leaving
the last 10, 12, 15 years.
It's been Atlanta.
It is Atlanta.
It's been that way. It's been that way. Especially, and then you got Lil Baby came out of little Atlanta still popping right now.
It's the South, but in particular, it's
Atlanta.
It's Atlanta. So now you got this. It's still a door though that's kind of open in terms of like, okay, are people going to continue that sound? Because they're going to still release music,
they will.
And content. They still got it.
Always.
But at the end of the day, though, it still opens up more doors for these new creators.
That's
these new
what I said.
Sounds, new perspectives. You're going to have some artists who are going to change the game a little bit and flip from just their lyric standpoint. If you can see your lyrics are literally it's a difference between, we know our lyrics can be held against us and it happens every once in our woo-de-woo. But no, when it's happening consistently and they keep getting artists for lyrics and everything like that, then it's something that has to change, right? So it's a matter. So then you start incorporating more art with it, or you might start incorporating more symbolisms or subliminals. It always works. Even rock bands been doing it from the jump, whether it be coke, whether it be drugs, whether it be women, sex, killing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how are we how are we presenting the message, or how do you want to express yourself but still be subliminal within? And it's kind of feeling like you're holding people back, but now we do have platforms where artists can be more expressive. They just can't go on those main platforms like the YouTubes.
But we still go there.
Yes, and there are more platforms that are being created so you can express yourself freely. But that still doesn't mean, depending on the corporation, if they don't allow the government to access anything or use it in court. I don't know if they can do that.
But that's crazy how you can use that in court. They're using it now.
They're using the music.
But you just said my first law is what? My first law is freedom of speech. Right. I don't give a damn how you using it. Right. If my first law is that you're breaking the law by telling me I can't use it.
Right.
So you can't go tell me anything I did in 2013, whatever I wrote.
Shit like that had limitations because if I go on the goddamn platform of social media and say, well, shit, I'm finna go shoot up this. You don't think you're gonna take that to the heart? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's understandable. But you gotta have. He gotta have.
If I call into a school and say, shit, I got a bomb in the gym in the third locker. Woo, you don't think no fuck gonna take that to heart? They gonna shut that whole school down.
Yeah.
They gonna
But when we was bobbing our head in the car and he said he went and shot that man in the
alley. But they talking about real shit though. You can't hold it. They just talking about what's going on.
But when
people know that, so that's why it's popping though.
Right.
They've been eating off what's going on in the community. They've been eating off what's been going on.
And
they've been new it.
They've been new it.
They just know they could pull the plug at any time.
Right. So the question is like, okay, so as a creative that might be in that position or just being in our culture, how do you position yourself knowing the opposition?
Don't do what you're rapping about. The fuck?
Don't.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't.
Don't do what you're accustomed to.
Yeah.
Right. But you can rap about your past and then move forward.
To be honest,
that's when you know it became entertainment to you and it's not life.
You cannot rap about your past and move forward if you rapping about that dumb shit happened in the past because they still got cases on that shit that happened in the past.
To be honest, there's no such thing. What's it called? Like I don't think it has anything to do with not doing what you rapping about because there is no visual fucking footage to prove that you did it. Besides what you've been talking about.
What I'm saying,
a lot of cats that ain't been in there or doing that
and talking about this shit.
But what I'm saying is, okay, the fans they already seen the case. Somebody got shot. They don't know who did it. It's an open case. They don't know who the fuck did it at all. Okay, 2, 3, 4 years later, this man start rapping about the same shit that they don't know who did it, but everything's coming together. They're gonna use that against him.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That type of shit. So when you rap about your past, it happened in the past, but I'm still on it. I just heard you rap about it. I've seen all the evidence.
They still gonna accumulate at the end of the day. Is what you saying?
Exactly.
They're gonna use
That's
it
all
against
I'm
you.
saying. So when you rap about something and you don't rap about what you really did, because it's still gonna add up.
So
That's
boom.
stupid.
So say the folks who have already been rapping from that perspective already, right? There's still a position or there's still an opportunity for them to flip the narrative and saying, because right now, let's be clear, like the wave, even if you want to call it fake woke or whatever, the wave is still like right now, it's the time, right? We're in the time of Aquarius, everything going on. Everybody's kind of like being more aware, self-conscious of things. So if that's the case, say that he changed their brand to just being more aware of their life, of their situations, what may have happened, how they learn from them. Now they like, nah, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this now. So now I'm like, okay, this is how I'm translating these habits or translating this energy into this business. Now I'm putting it in the community. You know, you got cats who do that. So it's possible to do it in that aspect.
It is possible.
For
but
sure.
When you from where you from and you get that money, your head's still high.
And that's why we got to be clear.
I'm going to put a band on his head if he keep talking shit.
So it's work. But
Right.
it's still something got to, at the end of the day, amongst us, and being honest, like we know something. We don't know. We might not know how exactly right now, but it's just addressing the fact that like maybe like something, because they taking it out. We know they take, not to say everything is justified. We're not even gonna go there, but we know based off how we've been expressing ourselves in terms of creativity, they are starting to take us out in terms of those artists, in terms of that sound, in terms of that culture.
Right, and trying to bring
we
something
have
else
to,
involved.
so you gotta be aware of what's happening.
We have to be smart on our own stuff too. Like I was just saying,
Right.
if he's going up and doing everything he's talking about, he's doing, and then it catch up to him, and now he's talking about he's sorry. No, you're not sorry. You just killed that man. I can't be sorry for you for killing somebody or putting a band on somebody's head. I can't be sorry for you.
And the worst thing was the fact that they started receiving the death threats and stuff.
And they started receiving death
threats.
threats.
The folks who was in the organization,
so you already know he about that life.
It crumbles down.
So I love your music, yes, but what you're doing when you have that power, you're not giving out jobs, really. Did you build a tower like Trump did and gave out jobs to all your people? No, you didn't do that.
What we doing?
You gave jobs to gangsters, people that's already been in the streets. So what they're
I
gonna
think
do?
it's kind of understanding what you're trying to do, because you know the psyche is real for sure. You know, once you get the mind, the body follows.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you conscious about that, you gonna make a conscious decision not to rap like that.
Not to rap
and
like
give
that.
a positive for you to follow.
Yeah.
Right.
Because whether they know it or not, bro, music is devil's work.
It is all the way.
It's devil's work. Music. you know he is the God of music.
Yeah. I understand
why you think on Good Friday you can't watch TV, listen to music, nothing.
Bro. You know the devil is the God of music and art.
Yes, you know you can be rapping something.
That's because because we have so much music. You have a lot of songs in the world that pertains to every situation in life.
Right.
Because you can find the song and say,
it needs to be inspired from somewhere. Yeah.
But you know you can be rapping something and not even knowing you saying what you're saying, and it's devilish.
And that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter on what you do. Eventually they're gonna get to the point where they're gonna be like, all right, man, we need to start closing cases and shit like that. Right. So we're gonna start picking people who have similarities to what was going on.
That's what I was just talking about.
And to be honest, bro, it had like I'm not gonna say any names, but I listened to the craziest story about courtrooms, bro, and everything. I've been to shit little like tickets, whatever. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what you did on the outside, it doesn't matter what your song, it doesn't matter what your truth is, you're going by the story that the courtroom has created and wrote down.
That's right.
So Young Thug is chilling and he's chilling with his dudes and he's putting people young, like what's it called, Lil Baby and all them other, what's it called? He playing into the community, but what they doing behind the scenes without him knowing is that they're building cases and cases and cases and cases and cases. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter what the lawyer says that's defending thing. They wrote, they write in a story. They wrote a whole story on this dude, and there's no back down.
There's nothing he could do
about it.
Black
man. Talking about killing, dealing with YSL, all that other stuff. They have enough to put you down. We're just gonna put this in trial. They know every day. They control every type of narrative.
Who is Vlad TV? The feds. They ask you questions. You be like, why you asking me this question?
What's the other dude?
Oh, the other dude that know about you.
Nardwuar.
He knows shit about you.
Nardwuar hard though. He hasn't really.
But I'm just saying, Nardwuar. He
knows be knowing shit like
that you don't even don't nobody know. Like what the fuck is you talking about?
It's scary how he be coming up, but he be saying stuff.
Nardwuar to kind of like he'll say the facts and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Vlad to kind of provoke, and antagonize.
Hey, but at the end of the day, did the guests who was on the show allow them?
Yes, they did.
Right.
Yes, they did.
And just go to you saying, bro,
like for a reason.
Once you start raising, like you were speaking in regards to still just like raising your understanding,
raising your awareness.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like being aware of things, but also just, bro, as we grow and evolve and we go through our experiences, bro, everything is off of it's not about what's happening to us, bro. It's about how we react to what's happening to us.
Right, the moment of
our perception of everything that's happening, and then are we taking it as it's food? Exactly. Or cause we all gonna have experience. We all gonna do things. The only way we understand or can help people know more about things is through our experience. Facts. I be chilling, bro. I be going back and stuff.
I hear you.
But it's through our experiences. So it's just like pretty much though. What I'm trying to get at, the mic kind of confused me a bit. But anyway, pretty much though, what I'm trying to get at is the fact that as we continue, the whole thing is we're able to pivot. We're able to adapt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Our past and what we got going on right now is not finite, man. Right. Everything is infinite in terms of where we want to tap into, and we are creators, right, bro? So being creative, that's why I keep going into this, because you are a creative, because you are an artist, you have a beautiful reign over your reality in which you want to move forward. That's how your art, when it comes to projects, you do that with projects, you do it with albums, how you want people to pick that, how you want to see it. Drake does that, right? Just how you see him as a sixth guy, but it went from him rebranding himself and evolving, right? Yeah. But he was strategic. Yeah. He also is affiliated with a million different things and people that people might question. The question is like, what was he doing? I mean, either way though, what I'm trying to get is, what are you doing in terms of being aware of which intention? Yeah. It's
What's
just
your
intention.
Yeah.
What's your intention and how you gonna move about it? Because only you gonna create your path, bro. Nobody's gonna do this for you. That's true, things 100%. Gonna happen. Just like we were talking about earlier, it's part of the game. Right, but certain things are part of the game. Yeah. Okay, but if we know that, we got people before. You might have OGs before you. You might have people who showed you. Bro, we got people who talking to us and telling us things, but we make our own choices.
But we make our own
choices.
So
we gotta be accountable in terms of what we're doing and more intentional. But that's where our power lies, especially when it comes to being influencers, creatives, and how we want to see it forward.
Yeah. But I feel like when we start to talk like the way you talking, and then we try to put that on the track and go about it that way, nobody gonna want to hear that shit.
Oh yeah,
they ain't gonna want to hear
that because you got to be ready to hear.
Yeah,
I can't take my glasses off and put it on your face.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So they're not gonna be ready to hear that shit. Right. Yeah. They still want to hear.
Hey, but somebody else is though.
That is true.
Somebody else is right.
Because
I'm willing to accept to learn.
But to get on the radio, we have to be how everybody else.
But nobody's listening. Anybody listening to the radio? Do you listen to the radio?
No. Well, I do a little bit.
But it depends on what it is.
But that platform, I don't want to say it's dying. It's commercialized. Yeah, most people listen to the radio like Big Boy and
the Legends.
Shade Room. Yeah, they there to hear the in-betweens. Mm-hmm. You go on YouTube, you go on Power 95, all that stuff. You hear Sway talk and Heather B. You go there to listen to Big Boy and what they say in between. And then when the music come on, you back to driving. Mm-hmm. And you focusing on the road.
I understand.
But sometimes we still have our old, like a link to some real shit though.
But we still have our older people. They not with all that. They listen to their radio.
And that's fine. But that's fine. They don't have to completely change right now. It's going to take time. Be clear. Gunna is doing it right now. We can say, he actually released a post, right? And it had he was really kind of just
with the black
shadow working through his journey from the past up to where he is now and how much he's accomplished, especially this year in all his releases and remaining consistent and being relevant, right? Mm-hmm. Right? So he was pushing in terms of pushing P, right? How he branded pushing P. Mm-hmm. You can see that from many different things. At first, you might have put that more in regards to what we are familiar with and we understand, cool. But that's part of being a creative and mixing or being tangible with the subliminalism or what that is.
Right.
You know what if you know, but then it also means something more. So now you see him expressing like pushing peace, prosperity, perspective, progress,
anything, pushing
like bro, like we never gonna leave the reality of what's happening right now. And that's fine, bro. Like I'm not trying to say y'all talk about everything that's juicy and good. It's a balance in life. Like that's fine. We got our experiences. We're just talking about what you doing. You can express your music, man. It's important to express yourself freely, but just be smart about how you're expressing it on the visual aspect in which you're letting people come into. Right. You can give them a taste of a little something here and there where they can know and see. Oh, I feel the energy. I feel the vibe. I know what's going on.
Instead of where you interpret it yourself.
Telling on yourself.
So when you tell me, I know directly what you mean.
Yeah. Exactly. If you know, you know, bro. And if you don't know, they still going to want to know because it's part of the culture and they love it.
But you can't be snitching on yourself.
Don't snitch on yourself. Telling yourself.
That's all it is. You can't be putting yourself out there.
I like how you put that. Adapting and changing.
Yeah, because
you have to change and rebranding.
I've been using
a word, man, for recently, and I've been calling it identity crisis, but not in a way where it's negative. But I have to understand, especially with this platform, we're gonna have to go through like a series of identity crises before we actually find what it is. You just gotta be okay that we changing. This is rebranding, like the whole lunchroom, bro. Like I know you watch some of the episodes. We just started saying lunchroom. We always promote lunch table vibes on descriptions, but never at the table.
Right.
So then when we finally realized, like my uncle hit me with it, he was like, that was the first time he ever heard me say lunch table vibes. We pitched that idea at the lunch table at work. It's going to be the same thing like the table here.
Right.
But then when he heard lunch table vibes, he started realizing, okay, now this makes sense. So rebranding, adapting, identity crisis.
Because change is always going to come, man.
Yeah, change is always going to come.
You are creative, my boy. Yeah. It's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
The biggest nation is the imagined one.
Even him with Facebook, he used to promote, don't follow my Facebook.
Now if you can follow that motherfucker.
Now this man got 75,000.
Yes.
Word. That's hard. Congratulations, family. That's hard.
So like you said, man, the world is very tricky.
Hey.
He uses that a lot. Yeah. And it's like one of those, you got to know what you want out of it.
Yeah, man.
Because if you do not know what you want out of it,
your
then
intention,
you're going to be gullible.
For sure.
You're going to always go with what somebody say. You know what I mean? You ain't going to know what you looking for. You know what I mean? If you know everything that you want, you ain't going to, like you said, don't go too fast. If you go too fast,
slow down.
I'd rather go at a steady pace and still make it there. And you could beat me there. I'll still be happy more than you be depressed at the line.
Exactly. I feel like that's where a lot of people were kind of missing with Nipsey's message in terms of the marathon and what that really is. Like just trusting your process, actually enjoying the process and the experiences that you learn from the process so that you can give food to others. Especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Then guess what? When you finally get there, what he dropped? The victory lap.
Right.
I take the. You see what I'm saying?
And it's still going from there. Unfortunately, he lost his life,
but it's still going.
It's still going, and it didn't die with him.
It's a victory lap, man.
So we do have great. We do have great examples, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our time,
but like, go back to what you're saying. Shit, we basically got our own mind, so we make our own decisions.
Correct.
Yes.
It's what I choose to follow.
Yeah.
You know?
What the other person choose to follow. Because listen, hey, let me tell you something. I got tunnel vision, baby.
Tunnel vision.
I can see wall right here. I don't see nothing behind that wall.
Yo,
I can see
you
wall.
know what, man? My dad just told me some crazy shit, right? So he was saying that he was telling me about his life coach, a different form of therapy, right? And a lot of people be promoting that tunnel vision. Right. But when shit be getting hard, right, and you got that tunnel vision, if you have tunnel vision, you looking forward. When shit get hard, what you looking at? The shit that just got hard. You looking at that roadblock.
Yeah.
So promote peripheral vision. So peripheral vision, I can see Ricky, I can see Keith, I can see the fridge over there, I can see the brick wall. You see all these things right here, right? So that roadblock becomes irrelevant because you're looking at all the other alternative routes. So you're just like you said, you balancing those routes and those paths. So you looking this way, okay, instead of looking forward at that roadblock, I'm gonna walk around that shit. Okay. I'm gonna walk this way, I'm gonna walk that way.
And I can give you, I'm not saying what
tunnel
you saying.
Yeah, tunnel vision is a dope.
I can give you another one on the tunnel vision, what you said about the peripheral vision, because but if you don't have let's just say if you don't have that and you're just looking straight at your problem right here, you don't have no distractions. You can understand and focus on your problem at hand. Yeah. It's right here. You still going like this and you have a problem.
But that's all dependent on the wielder, bro. Are you able to hand the fact that you can't pay rent on the first?
God will never put nothing on your shoulders you can't bear, baby. Yes. You're going to get it done. If you're going to get it done for sure. If you have tunnel vision. Now, if you looking over here, that motherfucker might distract you. He might need $20. I ain't got that. I got tunnel vision. I want to make the mortgage.
Right. So I understand what you're saying. Y'all both really saying the same thing.
We saying the same thing.
That's why I said he's not wrong.
We saying the same thing.
I understand that.
You fuse both of those together, then you get this whole chemistry of like finding yourself in the midst of chaos.
Yin and yang, son. Yin and yang.
Then you will find yourself. You be like, okay, I gotta know what distracts, what needs to distract
me. Exactly.
And then you start knowing
the right distraction.
Because you already went through it, you learned from it, you got the food from it, so moving forward, you ain't gotta learn from that again.
So now you can use that distraction as a weapon. Because now the problem is in front of you right here. I got a distraction. I can use it as a weapon.
Peripheral tunnel vision, bro. Let's put
that
shit on Urban Dictionary, dog.
Ooh, that was beautiful. I like that.
We collab, man. Put us on the track, son. We got a song. We got a song, dog.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, man.
But that's what you got to use throughout life, man.
That's dope.
Life come at you hard, man.
Hard, man.
I asked Delonte West, man. I can't see it like that, but life come at you hard to a point where you confused about how did you get here?
But those beautiful moments, man.
It was
beautiful times because, like I said, like we said, you find yourself in the midst of that chaos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you, like we doing right now, we all speaking from our experiences.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we feel so solid and confident
of what we talking about.
And what we're speaking in regards to, right? And at that point, that's like, no candle losing this flame for lighting another. It's because we understand our perspective through our chaos.
Tell the viewers that again.
What's that? The no candle losing its flame.
You heard what you said. Don't. I ain't gotta
Shout out to Kevin Wesley. He say it all the time. But yeah, bro, it's a fact. And that's the thing, man. That's like all this fear when it comes to collaborating with folks, man. Isaiah came to me a while ago about coming up on this podcast and just kind of like immersing ourselves naturally and genuinely, and just kind of from him, I understand he's also a energy person as well. He's very intentional.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So having a platform like this, I'm kind of the same in him in retrospect of wanting to build bridges for others and connecting and giving opportunities.
That makes sense.
But then also he allows us to do it freely. Right.
Yes.
So that creative freedom is very, very, very important. And that intention is very, very important. But continue to go on your path and figure out what's happening. Don't be scared of what's happening, because at the end of the day, we're going to go through shit. It's just what it is. We all got history and past. I bet we can talk here for like a whole month about what we've been through, whether it was treacherous, whether it was beautiful, whether it was everything. That's the whole aspect of what we get in here is like, yo, this experience and we're here in life, no matter what you may believe in, it's all good. Yep. Just know that everything is love. We all searching for peace. We all searching for prosperity, right? Continue to grow and trust that path of alignment. Only you know what your path of alignment is, but continue to find self in terms of what he was speaking of as well in all aspects. Continue to find self. You might not know where to start. Who knows? But once you start taking the initiation, that action, having just the the drive or the tenacity to start something, it sparks everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't limit yourself, man. Be limitless.
There you go. Don't limit yourself.
Because I may not have all the truth, you know,
or the answers, but guess
what?
But
it's the truth to me, though.
Yes.
It's my truth,
and I will ask all questions.
Right.
Because the dumbest question is the ones you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You only speak from past experience.
Oh yeah.
That was open the door for me to finish that. Yeah. Don't ask.
Now go ahead and get it.
Ask and seek, man. The information here.
Right.
Yeah.
We here at a beautiful time, bro. Like,
and then when you say ask and seek and you shall find, sometimes when you ask for something and you seek it, you ain't want to even find it. So you should never even ask.
No, sometimes you don't even got to ask and you'll receive
it. might just pop up in
for it.
There you go.
Right.
It just aligned itself like that.
There you go. It's been in the closet too long. It's going to come out.
Right.
Don't put your gifts in a box either, because if you were given the gift of creativity, why are you having tunnel vision on
Correct.
music?
That's why you use your peripheral
Sorry to
vision.
get into that conversation.
Yes, sir.
I like
sir.
that. See that?
Absolutely.
See, because tunnel vision only focus on one thing.
Exactly.
That's going to put all your eggs in one
But that's
box.
kind of like we was talking about. What was that? Was it early? Probably like last week I was talking to y'all, and we were talking about having an omniverse in terms of like not putting your creativity in the box. Excuse me.
Right.
Just understanding the infinite omniverse of like where your creativity is infinite. Right.
Right.
Like we're energy, right?
We're
At
energy.
the end of the day, we're
Okay, go
energy,
ahead.
right? So you gotta understand too, like, think about where like dreaming, or think about when you just in the car. I know Ricky for a fact, when he in the car, bro, he might hear a song, but he still might do a little freestyle in his head. I know you for a fact, bro. I know you for a fact.
I will at the beat right. I will hop on that
I don't mean
beat.
to cut you off. How many times did you hold on? How many times did you show Ricky a song, bro? Like, yo, look, check the song out. He say one word, he finishes the bar.
I know.
I said, bro, you missed the whole scheme.
You rapping over the song.
I will hop on that beat.
He be hopping on that.
He said, we on the block in the shot clock. I said, yo, now I gotta go back.
He tapped in though. He tapped in,
Yeah,
and that's a beautiful thing. Same thing with you. You an artist, right?
Yes,
you
I am.
always tapped in. Same thing with me, bro. Even with my artists and my boys and the people I work with, bro. It's times where like I told y'all, I had to kind of be still a little bit because I just rapidly get in creative mode. I'm doing like 10, 6, 8, 5 different melodies, 2 melodies, whatever, just trying to be creative. And it can be a hard balance because, and that's just part of our process as creators or entrepreneurs. Like it's like trying to make sure you find a balance between everything. Think about it. We got to worry about making sure we're intentional. We got to make sure we're worrying about family. We got to make sure we're doing what we got to do in terms of business, scaling, right? So we're balancing out all these things. Now, if we're able to do that shit, that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be doing it. It doesn't mean that you're not supposed to have more than one thing on your plate. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to tap into different ways creatively. It's about finding that balance for you so that you're able to tap into this omniverse of things that you can do.
Right.
You feel me? It's like, bro.
But you just don't want to, in that case, you just don't want to tire yourself out.
No, that's not it.
Because it's like when you're thinking about so much, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that.
Right.
There is no ending to doing that, and that.
But through that process is when you learn, okay, I need to throw away this because
this
right
one
now,
is not strong enough.
It's not
this one getting
necessary
stronger
for
than that
at this moment.
At
That
this
doesn't
moment,
mean that it's not important.
The timing is off.
You've already put
right,
the
but you
energy
can't.
towards it,
Yeah,
so
I understand that, but just don't do all three of them at.
Oh yeah,
just thinking you about to do all three of them again.
Don't be ridiculous. Yeah,
but I like that.
Don't be ridiculous and just try to be like, oh yeah, I'm doing everything, and you don't master anything.
Right.
You have to still build the skill set.
Because if I go in the mirror and do a deep voice and be like, damn. I can go do deep voices.
It was dark, face.
Where does deep voice come from, bro?
You know what? That's perfect, sir. Because that's the mantra of Downset Visuals. Check the bio, bro. Consistency, balance, and perspective.
Yeah, man. Consistent discipline too, man.
That's in business and that's real life, bro.
Everything,
right.
But one can't live without the other.
I like that.
Oh yeah, man.
One cannot live without the other.
The boy keep dropping jewels. We dropping.
I'm like this.
Ricky dropping jewels.
Diamonds.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
diamonds.
What's it called? Ye dropping 12 karat golds. What's the highest count? 24?
Damn, 86.
You know what I'm saying? I like VVs,
I don't
but
got
the
real
baguette sound
money,
a little
so I
different.
know 24.
20.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It might be bigger than that.
It might be bigger than that.
It might be bigger
Don't put that
than
machine on me, bro. My punch ass.
But I appreciate you coming out, man. This right here has been one of those, like, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, you better say it.
Yeah.
Think about it, be about it.
Be about it. You don't write raps and do the same shit at the same time. Wait till you're dead.
Hey, man, you need to come back to the show, man. It was a good
we'll do, man. If y'all don't
Yeah,
mind,
yeah.
I would love to bring my boys, my artists, man. I would love to bring
Yeah, do that.
Halo.
Do that. Shit.
I would love to bring.
It's an
Yeah, he told me about that. I'm looking forward to working with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no, 100%. He been telling me about.
Right.
That makes sense.
Rebecca mentioned the audio exclusive off script, an extension of this shit right here.
Off script.
For sure. If you don't mind, I want to still shout out at Wavy Banks. That's at Wavy Banks, and then at Pray with Jordan. His artist name is Jordan Halo. If you want to follow the whole team conglomerate, I run the media and everything else with Relentless Mind ENT. You can follow us at Relentless Mind ENT. So I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man.
Almost deaf.
I
You do
appreciate
your
you doing
motherfucking drop.
You beat me to the punch.
You heard him.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Make sure you follow that.
Make
There
sure
you
you
go.
follow
Slow it
it.
down if he was talking too fast.
That was
Them
my
boys don't play.
next statement.
Hell
You beat me
no.
to the punch, bruh.
Hey, because that was like we like to let
You gotta be quicker than that.
Hey yo, what you think? I know the audience can't see this and everything, but and don't turn around because they over there chilling. Juan. But yo, what you think about setting up a little studio for bigger group guests right there in the living
On the
room?
couch.
On the couch, you know what I'm saying? Remember we tried to bring that
Yeah.
shit over here.
And you sit in that single chair by yourself.
Right. Oh yeah, my big ass gonna sit right there.
Right there.
Yeah,
We
there
all
we
be
go.
on the couch.
Just make sure you got the camera elevated. But I've been going to the gym, so you can get the lower half too.
You
know what I'm saying?
He say you put the knees.
You know what I'm saying?
He did the leg
Yeah,
part.
what is
shit,
it
make
called?
sure-
My bad, we're gonna let you close.
Oatmeal
it out.
pie knees.
No, go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, what you were saying, what they call the shorts now? All the ladies been saying they want the men to wear the little shorts. What they call them?
Booty shorts.
No,
No, hell no. I'm up there referring.
they call them booty shorts,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
booty shorts. I don't know what they're No, they call something.
Yeah, I got about 6
Shorts? I got no booty.
You got a booty in
Hey, hold
there.
on. I got draws, nigga.
Hey, you put some booty in there, boy.
Hey, I got this.
Some booty in that boy.
Hey,
That boy went to Dr. Miami.
They said that boy got booty.
Hey, you got. Yo, these are the level of shorts, bro. You got knee shorts. You got above the knee shorts.
you got booty.
You got thotty shorts, and you got the rontos.
Oh, don't
He
tell me
got
that.
you got the
You
12.
showing all thighs.
They got a family bucket.
That boy got a chicken thigh on him. Is
He
that a
said,
chicken
come
thigh?
on down to KFC. We got a $20.99 for 15p family bucket and a macaroni.
We is not out of stock, man.
Fuck.
God,
They talk about they short on wings. Bitch, I got two
bucket
of
of
them.
Hey, bucket of chicken. You better break that motherfucking
Hey,
chicken.
go ahead and close us out, Jason.
Oh yeah. So you know you could check us out next week, this week, the last week, all the weeks, because we always gonna be on your dog on YouTube.
Yep.
Kind of not scripted. My boy Dom
Yes,
Slep,
sir.
that's Isaiah Nunez, Ricky Simeon.
Hey, don't
me,
get
myself,
lost in the
Ty
sauce.
Terry, and my boy. Yes.
And my boy Keys, you heard me,
Marquise,
but don't
man,
get lost.
Marquise.
Oh,
in the
it's
sauce.
It's
You can
just
call me
Marquise.
Keys or Mr. Relentless.
There you go.
That's what it is.
all
That-
love.
that
It's all
shit.
love.
I
Don't never
couldn't
get
it
lost
out.
in the sauce.
I
Hey.
couldn't get it out. That's my fault.
Don't never get lost
Hey,
in
I
the
think I'm gonna
sauce,
save
man.
this clip. I might post
Barely
that
can
one.
get
I think I'm posting that one.
You gotta stay in tune to be in tune. Remember that.
Barely can get
Yo,
out.
he do this every close.
I be fucking
Yo,
him
what you call Juan the other time? You said, man, we got our boy. You know, that's what's so silly. Simeon way down said Vilio. We got.
Look, this your role, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, after 3, it's over with. He know your name, but after 3 spits,
I'm trying to tell you.
Kept
But
up.
I do
Ain't
know
no wrong
his
with it.
name.
Appreciate
His
you,
name is
brother.
Marquise.
Yeah,
All
nah,
love,
man.
man. It's all love.
We ain't nobody forget over here,
Big
man. All
fat
right, man.
short.
Tune in,
Can
man.
that
Episode
bullshit.
36, man. We almost had a 40-piece
36?
McNugget.
Yo, my life
It's a
pad
40
number is
piece.
6. Not trying to get too weird, but that's pretty dope.
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
There you go.
I'm number 2, you're.
In alignment.
Hey.
Alignment.
You got
All right,
your
man.
good
Tune
one.
in.
Solar
Shouts
system
to-
shit.
And Juan Collado with the visuals, man. You got some verticals?
IJ.
Yeah.
JID.
JID.
Boy, the boy turned into a DJ.